Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. I know I have not been coming on here and really talking and, giving you guys tips and points about leadership, but I am teaching today and I've been given an assignment to teach on character. And as I was going over this message, I said, you know what? I said, I really want to take this message to really have it just because it's just so powerful to me. I actually have a tape recorder going as well where I'm actually taping it. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this message that I have been giving to talk about today. And so the title of this message is called The Power of Assumptions and Its Purpose. I'm talking about the mindset and I'm talking about character simply because it's a very important topic. It's something that we all have to get better in as it relates to our character is concerned. And so as I begin to put this together and the Lord began to minister to me as it relates to the power of assumption, it just really blessed me. And I said, you know what, although this is something that I'm teaching our house, I just wanted to make sure that people that are not a part of what we're doing right now can actually be blessed by this as well, because it can actually help someone. Okay, I'm gonna be very brief. I'm not gonna give it all to you. Okay, I'm not going to give it all to you, but I'm going to give you a little bit of it. Now, we're talking about assumption and its purpose. When you're talking about the power of assumption, it's a mentality. It's a mind thing. The enemy comes to do what? He comes to destroy our mind. He doesn't want us to think like Christ think, especially as it relates to the people. Okay, he doesn't want us to think like Christ think towards other people. He wants us to hate people. He wants us to dislike people. He wants us to control our mindset and have us wrapped up in our own feelings concerning other people. He don't want us to investigate the truth. So when you're talking about assumption has a purpose to it, and that purpose is to come and destroy your ability to be relational with people. It comes to seek out and to destroy relationships. I want you guys to understand that it comes to seek and to destroy relationships. It comes to seek and to destroy your mindset. Okay, that's what assumption comes to do. One thing, when I talk about assumptions, I'm not talking about something that I read. I'm not talking about something I heard, but I'm talking about something that I have experienced and something that I have also struggled with in the past. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I'm talking about something I have experienced by way of it happening to me, and it was something that I myself had struggled from as well. And so God had to give me tips on how not to allow my assumptions to rule over me and infect other people. That's what he had to do. He had to give me a strategy. He had to mature me and teach me how to combat the things that the enemy was trying to plant in my head concerning the people that he wanted me in relations with. And so now let's look at assumptions. Assumption is this. It's a thing that is accepted as true or as certain to happen without proof. Okay? Without proof, it means that you are certain that this thing is going to happen, although you have no proof of it. You are certain that this thing has happened to someone and you have no proof of it actually happened. You don't have no proof. Okay? You're going by your assumption, and your assumption can be played in two ways. It can be played by something that the enemy plants in your mind, or it could be something that the enemy uses someone else to plant in your mind. So it comes in two ways. Either the enemy planted in your mind himself by getting you to just assume within the guidelines of your mentality, or he sent it by way of infecting someone else with their issues, with their problems, and coming to you and releasing them off to you. Okay? So a person who flows in their assumptions is a person who speaks presumptuously. Okay? It's someone who speaks presumptuously. Presumptuously means that it's someone who has overstepped proper boundaries to release information that they have not been authorized to release, meaning they're speaking on their own accord, which is out of their what? Out of their flesh. They're speaking from their own accord, which is out of their flesh. Okay? Out of their flesh. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're speaking out of their flesh. They're speaking out of their pain. They're speaking out of their bitterness. They're speaking out of their problems that they've had from the past, their trauma. They're speaking out of their hurt. They say hurt people hurt people. So people who deal with the power, who allow the enemy to come in and influence their mind and bring the power of assumptions upon their minds, are very dangerous people. Very dangerous people. Very dangerous people, okay? So I'm going to give you a list of things that someone would do when they operate in their assumptions. Number one, first, they always making speculations about something. They always speculating. They always making speculations about something. You know, they're spectators. They're not participators, okay? They're just simply spectating. They're there to spectate. They are not coming around you and in your presence to participate in whatever it is that you want to do with your life. No, they are only there as spectators. They're there to use the power of manipulation to try to gain some sort of control or influence over you and anyone else. This is people who operate in the spirit of assumption. They flow in hypnosis. Okay? They flow in hypnosis. Hypnosis and manipulation to come and do what? As I stated, gain the influence and control over other people's and their feelings towards something or someone. A person who operates in the spirit of assumption is always guessing. Always guessing. They're too prideful to come and ask questions, so they guess. They're too prideful to come in and say when they don't know something, so they guess. Okay? The power of assumptions. They assume power by taking it upon themselves to act on someone else's behalf. People who operate in the spirit of assumptions. This is what they do. They assume power by taking it upon themselves to act on someone else's behalf. Because they think they know. They think they know. We're going to get down to what the Bible says, to the root cause of why they think they know. People who flow in their assumptions, they lack knowledge. They lack knowledge, you guys. They think they know, but they really don't know. They think they know, but they have no idea. They really don't have no idea. They have no idea, okay? They have no idea. None, okay? Fear is the only reason why assumptions has the power to grow in your environment. People are afraid to deal with conflict. They are afraid to confront other people. And because they are afraid, they will flow in the realm of their assumption. They will live in the realm of their assumption. And they will try to bring you into their world of dysfunction. They are fearful. They are afraid to tell you to deal with conflict resolution. They're afraid. And they're not afraid because something you've done to them. That's not why they're afraid. They're afraid because they are bound by the spirit of fear. It's not because they come in your circle and it's because of something that you've done to them. No, it's not. They are afraid because they are bound by the spirit of fear. And because they are bound by the spirit of fear, the power of assumptions will have the right to come and grow in your environment. So you got to be willing to deal with conflict head on. Have a head on collision in a good sense when it comes to dealing with Whatever you assuming about people, cast down every imagination that try to exalt itself against the knowledge of God. Cast that down. Cast them negative thoughts down. Cast that negative mindset down. Tear it down, every stronghold of the mind. Tear it down. Don't let the enemy come in and tell you something about your brother and your sister, whether it be in Christ or whether it be in this world. Don't let the enemy come in and control your mind as if he's paying rent. The Bible says, listen, God does not give us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. When you operate in the spirit of your assumptions, your mind is not sound. It's not sound. It is not sound. Okay? So people who flow in their assumptions, what they do is they look for other people to vent to. Okay? They look for other people to vent to. First of all, this is what you have to ask yourself. You have to first do a process of elimination. The first thing you want to know is, why is something being presented to me? What is it that made me an easy candidate for someone to come to me and release false accusations against someone that I have entered into covenant with? What made me an easy candidate for a person who battles in dysfunction to come and connect to me, and they felt like it was okay to bring false accusations against someone that I have entered into covenant with? You got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself and say, why do they think I will accept what they're saying without doing a proper investigation of what they're telling me? They know they're not going to investigate what I'm telling them. Yeah, I know I don't have no proof about it. I've just assumed this. But the person that I'm going to tell, the person that I'm going to talk to, is a person who also operates in that spirit of assumption. They're not going to do an investigation. They're not going to do an investigation of what I'm telling them. They're not going to investigate that. Okay? Everything that enters your mind serves a purpose. And when the power of assumptions enter your mind, it comes to serve a purpose. And that purpose is to sever the relationships that God has placed you in covenant with. So what? Ask yourself, what is the purpose of me assuming wrong things about other people and allowing those wrong thoughts concerning that person to stay, to live, to find comfort, to take up residency in the confines of my mind? Ask yourself that. You got to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself that, okay? So now, I'm just gonna give y'all these two scriptures to go read, cause I'm still working. I just felt the power to just come and to release this on here, so that those that listen to it, I pray that you guys will be blessed by it. 1 John 4 says, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are of God." When people are operating in a realm of assumptions, it means it is an indication that a spirit has come, and that spirit is tormenting their mind, trying to get them to sever right relationships. And you have to tell yourself, listen, that I am going to be mature enough to test this spirit to see if it be of God. We have to see, listen, if it don't rest within us, and if its boundaries isn't solidified with the peace of God, then it is not of God. It is not of God. God doesn't bring us the spirit of fear and worry and stress. Even when people leave or people enter our lives, there is a sense of peace there. When there's no